Hello and welcome. In this little video I want to show you how you can use the LFO as a third oscillator and have fun with that basically. It has 5 wave shapes, it supports blending and can go very high in the range. There's only one problem, and that is tuning, of course, because the ranges of the node CV and the rate CV, they are quite different. So you have to create an offset in order to have it track correctly, but it's hard to do with what we have on board. So it's a bit gimmicky, and the LFO itself is very unstable, but that is also where the fun lies. I mean, it can sound very brutal, and you can use it to modulate the default oscillator shapes here. And you can also use it as just a sub oscillator of some sort. It won't be perfect, but I mean, in the end, it's just about what you think feels right. So yeah, let's see what it looks like. And let's go from attenuator 1 to the sound card. That's the oscilloscope here. That's the green box that you can see on the screen. And now let's go from LFO into attenuator 1. Let's bring it down first and increase the rate. And this is the shape. This is a sawtooth. But let's go to the sine wave and start there and morph into a triangle. And from there into the saw we just heard, and into a square, and into a reversed sawtooth. Alright, so these are the shapes that we can use. Of course, it's not tracking at the moment. What you can hear is the default oscillator here playing at a sine wave. So theoretically, we can use the pitch information from the assign out jack and use that to control the rate. So we have to go back on the rate again, because the signal is coming out by default from the node CV is already much stronger than the setting where it's currently at. So it's adding to that, and then it overshoots. So we have to dial it back. So it sounds okay, but it's not playing the right notes. So let me hold down a C here and let me tune it by changing the rate. Okay, there. So I'm just holding down for a second here. As you can see, it's totally wobbly and going left and right, so it's far from what you could call a stable oscillator. And so you shouldn't take it as that, but I already gave that disclaimer. So let's see what the next note is. A flat, okay. So there's like, what is it, 7 semitones between those two. So what you would have to do is to scale down the outgoing signal here from the node CV before it reaches the rate knob. You can do that by using attenuator 2 and then go from attenuator 2 into the rate knob. And I have set it here to 10 o'clock. And since it's now all the way down, I have to increase the rate again. Okay, we are at the C here, close. Okay, and now the next note is a D. And as it will be okay for like 1 octave at most. And it's very hard to tune it like this, but it works. I mean, as a sub oscillator, it's doable if you don't have crazy melodies across 3 octaves. But maybe even then. But yeah, more on that maybe later. Okay, so I turned down the attenuator now. We have our signal, we have it controlled via pitch, and now let's use it to mix it in with the other oscillators. So we do that by going out from oscillator mix, of course, into a sum port here. We use A, and then instead of going here into the oscilloscope, we go into sum B, and from there we go back into the standard signal chain, starting by the VCF in. Okay, this is the standard oscillator. And now let's increase the attenuator 1 again. And now we hear the LFO mixed in. Now, so you can see something. I'm going to put the oscilloscope into the output. And there you can see 2 sine waves working together. Now I can start tuning, of course, or try. But it will become off because how the LFO will affect the correctly tuned oscillator. But it's okay. I mean, seen worse. Okay, so now let's change the shape. It's a triangle square now, and we can increase it a bit more. This is a reverse sawtooth. Square sawtooth something. Now is a saw wave from the default oscillator. Okay. Nice. Oh, yeah. Okay. And that's what's awesome about it. You can get really fat sounds from it. You can go very, very low due to the fact that it's an LFO. Yeah, that can give some interesting movement and some interesting harmonics too, depending on which side of the rate you're going. And now, because I put it in back into the VCF, we of course can use the filter and drive and everything.